Hi, this is Steph from everythingvintagesteph.com, and this is vintage video number 8. I'm going to talk about vintage aprons today. But before I get to the vintage aprons, let me introduce my helper.
I am Amy.
Amy is wearing a vintage apron today, so we could start with that. This vintage apron is a half apron. It's made out of gingham, and this fancy stuff at the top is called smocking. Turn around and let's model. Yeah. I sell at everythingvintagesteph.com, and I also have a blog at everythingvintagesteph.com, spelled a little differently, but you can find these links where, Naomi?
In the description box below.
Yes, on YouTube in the description box below. You want to show yourself a videographer? That is Naomi. She's very good at this. And she's only 11. Amy's sister. So let's get on with talking about vintage aprons, but I usually show a little part of my basement, which I call my eBay basement. There's like 3 or 4 rooms down here, all filled with junk and clothing. Oh, and how do you like my t-shirt? I also design vintage t-shirts on eBay. On Amazon. You can design any kind of shirt that you like. And you will also find my link for the t-shirts in
the description box below.
Oh, yes. YouTube. On YouTube. This one is made from an old print from an old school book. So you see the dunce cap, and it says, "I'm old school." And most of the ones that I design are from old children's books, or they are from actual vintage photos that I design on the t-shirt. So they're pretty cool, especially if you're a vintage fan like I am. In this basement we have vintage fabrics, some new, but a lot of them vintage. And I think I've shown some of this in my last video, but it was a while ago and things have changed. There are lots of different things here. They come and go a lot. Over here, maybe we can get a little closer at vintage fabrics. A lot of people will buy, vintage sheets. A lot of people will buy the sheets for the fabric and make other things out of them. There's some here, and here's a piece of vintage fabric actually that Amy wants to show you. What is on there, Amy?
There's a horse with a guy riding the horse and a bull, I think it's called, or yeah, I don't know. And there's some rocks and it's basically all tan and brown. Yeah.
And it kind of feels like flannel. Not real soft, but brushed cotton at least. And actually, I don't think this is vintage, but it's pretty new and awesome piece of fabric. I also have, speaking of sheets, character sheets over here, probably from the 1980s, 1990s, and a lot of them are Disney products. You can hold that, Amy. I have some Star Wars. I have Hello Kitty, Barbie, that's Thomas the Train. Very popular on eBay. A good thing to find because a lot of people also use it just for the fabric. Next to that, I have quite a collection of stitchery kits. This one is Paragon Stitchery, and there's a little lammy on there.
And the squirrel, bunny,
cute little animals.
They're like
my collection of them is over here. It's, we're not that close to it, but, and also other fabric patterns, latch hook kits, and such. All right, let's get to the aprons. The aprons I have in the drawers over here, on this side. All of these are filled with aprons. So we're going to show the different kinds of aprons first. Amy had this one on. That was called a half apron.
And this one, if you did not notice, on this one, there was a pocket right here with a little cross. Like, it looks like a little X's on there. And it has this nice checkered pattern with baby blue on it.
All right, very good. Most of these vintage aprons are handmade from the 1950s and 1960s. They are decorative and very practical as well. Now that's a half apron, and what you would call this one would be a bib apron because it's got the top in case you get sloppy up here and you don't want to ruin your house dress underneath that you would be wearing in the 1950s. And this one is handmade with rickrack around the sides, and it would button in the back if I could button it, but it won't take time to do that. Okay, that's your bib apron. And now Amy, no, I'm putting on the cobbler apron this way. Yeah, it's adult size. This is a cobbler apron that only covers the top, and then you don't have the bottom. You can wear this all day long and you won't slop up your pretty dresses or whatever else you have on. It ties like a hospital gown, ties in the back, and got some pockets, some nice trim, also handmade in a really cute fabric. Come out again, Amy. She is modeling the crocheted apron. All hand crocheted. You probably don't want to wear this one around the kitchen and mess it up, but this was made to be decorative. Very nice. So that's another half apron, but it's a crocheted one, extra fancy one. So we had the half apron, the full apron or bib apron, the cobbler apron, and this last one is a bib apron, but it's for a child. Just really cute. These are the kind that people might collect, you know, iron it all really nice, hanging up in your kitchen. And this one even has bells on it.
Bells?
When do you think you would wear this one?
During Christmas.
Yeah, it's very Christmassy, even though it has a flower on it and other things, but it's Christmas colors, and I'm thinking Christmas because of the bells. I bet there was another set of bells over here that fell off, because that would make it even. Alrighty, so different kinds of aprons and different colors that we showed you. Now let's see what we got in the drawers. Bottom one has what?
It has a little bit of some food on it. Not real food, but like pattern on food. Some flowers, a Christmas one. This one, and this really nice one right here.
Some more with checkers. You remember what those were called?
This
Gingham.
New one.
Yeah, the one in the back's kind of new. This one's embroidered. All right, next drawer. Pull her on out. There is another crocheted one in there.
Right here.
Gingham in a different color with a cross stitch pattern on it.
This one has some flowers on it as well, and this one has some blue flowers on it.
Nice. Let's do the next drawer and take a couple of those out. Like,
It has some very Christmassy flowers on it with some green, basically holly flowers, I think they're called.
yes.
And there's white ones with that little one like that.
Okay, I want to show this one because we live in Pennsylvania and it has a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch sayings on there. Now, my grandparents were both Pennsylvania Dutch. I don't know how to speak it, but I can talk in the accent of the Pennsylvania Dutch like a lot of people do in Boyertown, what's over the way there. On our table, you're welcome. Come sit and eat yourself full. And another one over here that says kissing wears out, but cooking don't. And another famous one is like, throw Grandpa down the stairs his shoes. Oh, that was just a little bit backwards way of saying something. But they're pretty Dutchy around here, some of the places that we go to, Zerns and all that, in the farmer's market. And Amy, I love this one. Stand up there on a salt crystals bag and show the puppies.
And you're in a basket. The pocket has a little bit of a basket design on there. Pocket. Put your hand in there. The other side has it too. With one out.
I wonder if they use the pocket for like utensils or some rag to wipe the sweat off her face. I don't know. Yeah?
Green.
And it's a half apron.
Right here is the same thing as this.
Okay, we're going to end with that. There is another drawer full of all kinds of fun stuff. This is where I store my aprons and fold them up like that so I can see them all at once. And when I sell one, then I can just grab it right away. And yeah, get the shirt again that I design on Amazon. I have maybe 4 of them up there right now. I just started. But I think they're pretty cool if you want to be vintage and old school. Okay, thanks for putting up with our craziness, vintage craziness, and you can subscribe, of course, and like me if you actually do like me. Yeah, thumbs up.
Give a thumbs
Amy
up.
likes me.
Give a thumbs up.
All right, thanks.
Bye.